So what's up? It's Ballistic checking in,
I'm Bajan.
and we back with Late Night Talks podcast. This is episode 2. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the topics. Have an organic conversation. So what are we talking about? What's happening in the world?
Right before we get to the topics, I like to say I appreciate all the support from everybody, and we'll be trying to post more often and give us topic suggestions in the comments.
Absolutely,
We want to take your guys' opinions and listen to your thoughts.
absolutely.
All right. So the first topic I have is the Sixers.
The Ben Simmons aspect was really mind blowing. Here you are, 6'11", yes.
He is. I don't want to ask Siri during the show, but I think he's 6'11" or 6'10" at the short.
Yeah. So here you are, this tall, and you go for a dunk in what game was that? 6?
That was Game 7.
They won 7 games?
Yeah, they
Okay.
lost in 7. Yeah, Game 7. Yeah.
You're going up for a dunk wide open, and then you pass the ball. You don't take any shots. You don't even attempt to shoot the ball in the fourth quarter of numerous games because it just goes to show a good example in relation to it's not always about size. So Ben Simmons in relations to, let's say, Allen Iverson, right? Well documented. We know Hall of Famer, all of the heart that he had. You know what I mean? 6'1", stretching it. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't about the size. So it just goes to show it's not about size. It's about how big you perceive yourself in your mind. Because you couldn't tell AI that he wasn't at 7 foot. I seen him dunk over cats, catch it off the miss off the free throw, and one arm it, boom. So, and I was blessed to actually see him in person live at a game. I never seen nothing like it. It looked like he was playing street ball, but I knew I was at an NBA game. Never seen nothing like it. So the fact that he was scared to attempt, because in his mind he's thinking, well, I don't want to, they can't blame it on me because I ain't shoot and miss. And then the backlash was even worse because he didn't take the shots. So that's what I think. But what do you say?
In my honesty, I was watching them games from an unbiased standpoint. I'm a Lakers fan. Looking at the landscape of the playoffs, and if you're a diehard Sixers fan, you're looking at it, this is one of their best chances to win a championship in the past 4 years, or ever since they've been making the playoffs. This is one of their best chances. A lot of injuries that happened.
I agree.
I mean, it's a shame for injuries that happen, but part of the game. The Nets are out.
Right.
And all you got to do is beat this team from Atlanta with only one superstar and a bunch of role players, and you can have a shot at the finals.
Yeah.
But your supposedly second best player shoots 4 shots in a game.
Right. The
And,
scenario was definitely set up for them to get there, especially once the Nets didn't make it.
Yeah.
Once they got knocked off.
no, because at first I thought all the way into the playoffs until the Sixers lost, I thought it was going to be dumb in the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And if the Sixers would have lost to the Nets, nobody could have been mad about that because it was supposed to lose. But when the Nets get bounced out and you're supposed to make it there, it was at that point you're supposed to make it to the finals.
And you're the number 1 seed. I didn't follow the season much like that. I didn't know they was a number 1 seed. So when I saw that, I said, man, what did I miss? I should have been following along all season. I'm like, I missed something. The Sixers are number 1 seed, and you got the Nets in the same Eastern Conference. So I was like, wow. But yeah. I agree, man. So we'll see what the future holds on that. And I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Ben Simmons. I think you give it one more year. 6'11" with dribble like that and passing ability doesn't just come by every day. So hopefully he can figure it out mentally and the other parts of his game offensively. Because everything else is there. He's a great, well-rounded player. I got to see him live as well. We went for your birthday.
Yeah, he balled out that game too.
Yeah, he was aggressive and going to the basket with ease. So, yeah. What's next on our itinerary?
Women's belief in astrology.
Yeah.
Before we get to that topic, let us know in the comments if you're a diehard Sixers fan. Do you want Ben Simmons gone, or you want to give him another chance? Let us know in the comments, and we'll try to respond.
Yeah.
But with the girls' belief in astrology, I'm not super big in astrology. I know some females are.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get backlashed or get hate in my DM saying, oh, but you're a sign, you're this, oh, you're Capricorn, you're born this day.
Right.
It really doesn't mean anything, honestly.
Yeah.
But if you want to go first.
Well, I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not too in tune with the signs. Like I don't know them like that, and I do know that a lot of the stuff is accurate, from what I understand, as far as the descriptions of different people and different signs and making the connections and correlations and all that. But I'm not really somebody, people that can just run it off. Like, oh, you an Aquarius, oh, you boom, 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 boom. I don't, I mean, I know about, well, I'm a Gemini, so I'm always hearing about that. Oh, you got two sides and you're twin and you just, you're bipolar, you're crazy, all this kind of thing. So I know about mines, but other than that, I don't know. So, but what was the whole point as it pertains to females and the signs?
No, because for women, especially women, because guys, we don't really believe in astrology from what I know. Maybe there's some guys who said astrology somewhere in Wyoming or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But females use astrology to make excuses for being a bad person or for making sense of their actions.
Really?
Yeah. They was talking about it on this podcast I was watching a couple days ago. I was telling you about it.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think it was called the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Yeah.
They had one of my favorite YouTube creators on there, so I watched it.
Uh-huh.
And basically, girls be using that, like their belief, to use it to justify their actions or how they way they act or treat other people. When they say, "Oh, I'm an Aquarius, so I have a bad temper" or something like that, which I don't know if it's true. Right. I'm 99% wrong. I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah.
They just say, "Oh, I'm an Aquarius, so of course I have a bad temper," or I come off as mean.
Right.
No, you're just a mean person. And you just like to yell and be angry. Like,
very interesting.
Don't care about it either.
But I do understand. I feel what you're saying as far as I'm trying to use an excuse and
Not all women do that.
Of course.
Let's make that clear. When I say women, I'm not meaning all women. I'm talking about the women.
It's just an observation. That you've seen.
Because somebody might take that to heart, like 10 in the comments, like. So next topic was that new strain of.
Oh man!
You said you want to be saying this on camera. It's one of the topics.
It's funny because when we did the first episode, we talked about this, and this was all very new and fresh at the time. Mm-hmm. Even when I look back at the playback of it, it's interesting from the information that we had at the time, just even trying to talk about it, and you know what I'm saying, and elaborate. So. Obviously a lot has happened within the last year and a half now, since it came on the scene. And, a lot of people have passed and all that type of thing. And but there's just been a lot of moving of the goalposts. And I read a lot of comments on social media. I go and I just observe, you know what I mean? And interesting. People are all over the board with it. Yeah, so there's this new variant, Delta variant they calling that was over in overseas.
All I want to say is I did not need another corona. I was stuck in the house for 5 months.
One we all.
Yeah, it took my life away too long. I don't need that coming back or a stronger version of that. We're still recovering.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying about moving the goalposts.
It's been how many months? It's a new year now. I'm still wearing a mask. I have to go outside and still wear a mask.
Moving the goalposts, man. The narrative is created as we go along. It's a crazy situation, man. So. Man, sure we'll, I don't know, I'll dive into it more maybe on a subsequent episode, but
Alright, so next topic is the Sha'Carri Richardson situation.
Yes.
Apparently she was caught with marijuana in her system after a drug test, so she can't compete in the Olympics. Wow. But it has been reported that she took a 1-month ban, so she still can't compete in the Olympics, but she can run other things after that month ban is up.
So, when is the Olympics?
The Olympics is...
Because maybe the month ban won't even be relevant to the Olympics.
No, I think it is.
Tokyo
man. 2020.
That's crazy.
I don't know when is that happening. July 23rd.
Yeah.
So she can't do the Olympics, I don't think.
Wow. I just became familiar with it. I saw on my YouTube feed. I watched the replay of I guess one of the qualifying races. She's incredible. Her backstory is incredible. She had just lost her mother. Her grandmother was there that helped take care of her. And she reminds a lot of people. They always want to compare you. They reference, the icons like FloJo and all that, with her, the flamboyance, the flair, long nails in the hair and all that. And but she's super young. She's only like 21, and she's incredible. She's got a lot of promise. So I was surprised to hear that. But you know, when you live a little, you know, things happen, and you know, obviously nobody's perfect. Perfect isn't even a thing. That's ridiculous. But you know, weed is being legalized, so I don't even know what the issue is. I know they obviously have different guidelines, I guess, as far as it pertains to the Olympics. You know, but it wouldn't be something like an enhancing substance. And you know, I just find it peculiar. I wonder what the other details are surrounding it, you know, because context matters. And I hope it's nothing else involved, you know, to try to really hinder the young lady and stop her from being what she's supposed to be. So, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Everybody's talking about it. I didn't know. You brought it to my attention. I was like, what? Because I just, you know, like I said, I just came to find out about it. So, what are you gonna do? It's always roadblocks, man. You got to run through them. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. So last but not least, I want to talk about how would I even categorize this? A lot of women, men being men. That's what this is about. And simps being simps. And from a lot of dudes, like, you know, just pandering to women like, oh, you know, everything, you might as well say, oh, I'll drink your bath water. Like, this is the way these dudes is acting. It's like, I don't know, but you know what? I guess that makes me a hater, right? I guess.
Yo, why'd you say it like that?
But I can't hate because none of that stuff matters to me. I don't care about what you have. I don't care what position you in. None of that, because I understand self, and I understand everybody has their path to walk, and whatever you have or whatever's due to you, whatever you're blessed with, it has no bearings on what's due to me. So it's inappropriate to hate. If everybody understood that, the world would be a lot better place. But yeah, what do you want to say? Maybe you can characterize this better.
Wait, why'd you say drinking your bathwater like that? Like that?
Because that's how they acted. Like who says, well, if you pay for the dinner and you pay for her car note and you get her Birkin, what am I? What do you mean? And this is a situation where this is not his girl or his wife, or you know what I mean? Like, he's acting like this is just supposed to be standard procedure. Like, this is standard protocol. Like, you know, what does that make me? It makes you a simp. That's what it make you.
All right. So you want my input?
Yeah, please.
For you lame dudes, I just hate dudes that try too hard to get females' validation, try to get females' attention.
There you go. That's what it is.
You gotta say behavior like, like go off queen when she says, oh, if you don't buy me a Birkin, I can't mess with you. You don't make 8 figures, I can't mess with you. Yes, right. I know your work. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, her makeup don't even look 8 figures worth. Yeah. It barely look 2 figures worth. Let's keep it a stack. Got the eyeshadow too. Thank you for really bringing it full circle on this. That's what we're talking about. That type of that mentality. Yeah. I don't know if you remember the video I showed you. This was off camera, of course. The video that we watched.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. I think you told me about it, the 8-figure woman and all that. I was watching this interview. Y'all probably might know what I talk about if you be on the internet enough. It was with Saweetie. I don't know the other guy's name.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just hated, like, you know, they was agreeing with her saying, you know, I need to meet a 7-figure man, you know. If he don't got 7 figures, he broke to me or something like that. I'm like, that energy attitude, like, you know. I just really don't mess with that. Like, if then she's saying, you know, I don't date no dude with less money than me. He considered broke to me. Like, she was saying that. I'm like,
well, I understand about dealing with people that's on your scale. The part that sort of I was like, really is about, again, just the mentality and the whole disposition and just like unwarranted arrogance, like this mirage, like I'm not buying it. Even like, again, everything is not predicated on money. Like, I know to a lot of people it might be, I get it. Money is a tool really to facilitate your greatness and the work. That's what money is. You know, money is not something that defines your worth. You know what I mean? And So even like, if I was talking like the females, like you can't have a closed mind and lose out on a good individual that has aspirations, even if they're not on your level. But if they're somewhere, if they're on the upward trajectory, because women deal with millionaires that they got black eyes with ice on it, and steak on their eyes every night. But you gotta, you know what I mean? Your house worth a couple million. You got the lifestyle. You got those Birkin bags, but you got bags under your eyes too because you're going upside your head. So when we talking, it's all relative. You know what I mean? So it's there's a lot of other factors to be considered. That's all I'm saying. So at any rate, appreciate y'all coming to the close of episode number 2. We're gonna try to keep it clicking and running back to back. So anything you want to say in closing to the people?
Nah, all I gotta say is we appreciate support. Watch the video, leave your suggestions for different topics in the comments. Give us your opinion on topics we talked about. We want to interact with y'all. You are the fan base. You're gonna help us grow. And make sure to like the video as always.
Absolutely. Till next time, much love. Be great. It is a choice.